everyone. You are now tuned in to Frequency Modulation 228. Welcome to the studio. On here we will be showcasing talent of all ranges and walks of life. We are here to bring in the future. So sit back and relax before the radio show. What's up, y'all? Tony True here from Running Anyone Could Thrive Studios. This is Before the Radio Show. Today we got a super dope special guest. We got CallMeWhoElse in the building. What's good, my boy?
Hey man, thank you for inviting me here. I'm happy to end my media run with you. Super dope to be on the show. Thank you for bringing me out.
Yes, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome. So what you been up to, my boy? You got a lot going on.
It's been awesome, man. You know, since I popped up out of surgery, got the clearance. I've been just on go, man, working on new music. I got a new catalog that I'm building under CallMeWhoElse. Rebranding has been going well. Rebranding the New West management into the New West movement, which is freeing up every staff member and artist under New West. And now we're all equals. We're all collectives working together. So that's been a major move. Man, we're going to Atlanta May 3rd, KOD, the famous strip club out there in Atlanta, King of Diamonds. We're tapping in with Nikki Joe. We got a car show happening with SRT Polo, Pink Flamingo. Atlanta just turning up. I'll be out there networking, visiting different places before the show as well. Acting in Los Angeles. I got offered a good role out there, not for like major big Hollywood movie, but definitely something nice to get my acting career started, building that resume. Author, been writing books. I wrote a bunch of books while I was down. My whole album is ready, but I'm just waiting until people like really want it. So until then, I just been dropping singles and then music videos. I know that's something that I need to get done. So music videos are coming soon. New West, Proud of Everyone, Lodi Trail, Tia May. They're doing really well. We lost a couple artists because they want to go solo, which is totally fine. Like, I definitely shout out to them as well, the ones that are no longer with us. And man, it's a lot of blessings, man. We also got the Backwood Fest coming up in July 11th in Colorado at Bar 404. So that's going to be super dope as well, man. So plenty to do, and just finished this media tour. Done a bunch of interviews, but I know this one is going to be lit. I already know this one's going to be lit because you already know this is the way we're going to end it. And then, I'm going to just focus on shows and kind of just bury myself in the studio for a little bit.
Oh, yeah. So, I know I haven't had you on my platform. You personally, we had Lodi Trail on here. You did an interview for me. And like to get a little bit of a backstory and stuff too for everybody that doesn't know you yet, that hasn't got to meet you and be introduced to you. So you're originally from LA, right?
Yeah, I was born in Los Angeles. Back and forth between Los Angeles, Moreno Valley. Moreno Valley is known for what's his name? Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard's from Moreno Valley, so back and forth. And then my mom was out in Arizona, so I traveled a lot, went to a lot of different high schools, a lot of different schools. So I traveled a lot. So I guess I kind of was already ready, knew I was going to be an artist or something that had to do with traveling. But yeah, I was originally born in Los Angeles. Spent some time out there.
That's dope. I seen you did a Westward article too, where you were talking about like Aurora and how the gang culture isn't like what everybody talks it up to be, and you
mainly with politicians, because they were saying like Venezuelan people were taking over and they were taking over gangs and stuff. So I did a music video a while ago. I took it down though because I think I want to redo it, or I don't know. I'm gonna do something with it. But we filmed that over there where they were saying it was the most dangerous, and honestly, they were like some of the nicest people over there. Just a lot of them were struggling coming from a new country, but it was like It was nothing like what the media says, and then that was like crazy because you always say like the media lies, and like deep down we know, but we never really had proof. So it's like when Donald Trump and a lot of people were saying Venezuelans were dangerous in Aurora, it's like I'm in Aurora. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm in Aurora at the grocery stores, at the gym, I'm at the studio. I'm like I'm actively outside. I like even did the festival, um, big festival, and it was like it's not Aurora's violent, but it's like not to any. It's not to any specific race. Like everyone, there's a little bit of everything in Colorado. So it's like it was crazy having proof of something that you already knew was bullshit. So it's like, damn, the media really is doing it like that. Okay, bet. So I definitely lost a lot of trust in the media for sure.
Yeah. No, I know that's crazy, especially like the way that they made it seem, saying it's a hostile takeover and that it was super, super bad and all the shit that they said was going on. I know for a fact. Not.
Nope. And then the bad part too is like, I mean, it was cool because we didn't have traffic, but it was like actually making people scared to come here. You
Yeah.
know, I won't say like names or anything, but I'll be like, hey, come do it at the crib or whatever. And they see Aurora and they're like, nah, bro, the Venezuelans is over there. I'm like, bro, it is not like that over here. It's not really. I
Yeah.
mean, if you want to be honest, the biggest murderers that we have in Aurora is the police, is our police force.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's the only one really doing the killing out here is the Aurora PD.
Yeah. And so around that time you released the Boys in Aurora. Did you do a video and stuff for that? And then you took it down?
I did do a video and then I took it down because me and the person that created it kind of went separate ways with it. So I really didn't want it to be used. I didn't want it to be something that defined me.
Yeah.
So I think with the Westward, we did really good with that. And then when the video was out, it's kind of like that video was for the times at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like that was mainly that wasn't for me to blow up. That wasn't for me to get famous off. That music video was just to show people like, hey, we're in these bad neighborhoods on these streets. We show the street signs, and it's peaceful. There's nobody out here with guns. We're not getting robbed. And I think we were only like three deep. It's only like three of us that went. So like we didn't go with no guns. We didn't go strapped up or nothing. We just went, shot the video. So I feel like after that time passed, I felt like the video wasn't really relevant anymore because I still had the Westward to kind of explain how I felt and what was going on.
Yeah. Was you used like the one of the apartment complexes in the video or what?
Yeah, we went to the one on the news. I forgot what street it was, but the one that they kept reporting where supposedly they had guns out and like it was the one that Trump said that he was gonna go clean up type shit. So we went over there and shot it. Like I said, we had no problems. Like there was Venezuelans over there. Like don't get me wrong, but they weren't on like no gangster shit. Like if anything, like they were really nice. At first, they were wondering like what were we doing in their neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like what were we doing over there? Because we had the cameras and stuff. And then we talked to a few people in there, and like honestly, we just all was just laughing because what was really going on was like a slumlord situation. There's the person that was owning those apartments was treating the Venezuelans bad. So they were mistreating them pretty much like how we have laws or whatever, tenant laws, because some of them were illegal. The tenant was mistreating them. So then somehow that became a cover up story where it was a bunch of dangerous people over there, which allowed the owners of the building to continue mistreating them.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it was a scam. It was for money, and it was degrading another nationality in America.
Yeah. And making a city look bad too at the same time.
Yeah, man, Aurora's a beautiful place. Honestly, like it's really a beautiful place. We
Hmm.
got some of the best food here. You know what I'm saying? We got some of the best people here, and it's
Culturally diverse places in like Colorado too.
Yeah, like we've been doing this whole interview. You haven't heard one gunshot, one police siren. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't do that in LA. You're
Yeah,
gonna hear all kinds of shit in LA.
yeah. Wouldn't even be safe doing shit outside in the streets. Like you can be if you're doing it all the
I
time.
mean, I feel like it's dangerous everywhere. In the right place at the wrong time, it could be dangerous anywhere.
Yeah, yeah,
Live
definitely.
your life, man. We gotta live our life and just
Hmm.
have fun.
So
Enjoy it.
what's something that how long have you been in Colorado compared to like when you lived in LA? Did you move
Shit, I've been out here
here
since 2022, so we're looking at 14 years. 14 years I've been out here
since 2002?
since 2022. Oh
2022.
no, since 2000. No wait, okay, hold on. See, that's my
Okay.
tablet. Let me do the math. So I've been out here since 2012.
2012.
There you go.
Yeah, so
So
yeah,
14 years. Yeah, 14 years. I knew it was 14 years. That's why I was like, hold on, let me do the math again. So
yeah,
yeah, 2012.
yeah. Do you like being in Aurora more than LA, or would you still call LA home?
I'm really honestly not. I've been out here for so long. I'm really not tapped into the culture like I used to, and I really like since my grandmother passed. I really haven't really had no reason to go out there. So, but at the same time, it's like there's parts of Aurora that remind me of LA, like the facts, going on Colfax. I just take a drive down Colfax and I feel at home. And then plus, it's like a lot of the people, like I outgrew a lot of my friends and we kind of went separate ways. So, I do miss the food. I do miss the beaches. I do miss, some of my family members out there. But Colorado has always treated me better, even though we've always had an up and down relationship I've had with Colorado. I've always been more accepted here than I've been accepted in LA. So I guess to flip your question, I feel more accepted here than I feel accepted there.
Yeah,
Even though now people are kind of starting tuning in, but it's like one of those things where like LA and other people are starting to finally listen to me in the New West movement. But at the same time, Colorado opened those doors for me first before California did. So shout out to Colorado for that.
oh yeah. What do you think that is something that like Aurora culture that that's not really portrayed how it is that, or even just Denver? Like, what's the culture like there that you enjoy about it that you'd call it more home?
The culture in Colorado.
Yeah,
Oh man, the diversity, bro, is there's a major diversity. You're working with so many different people from different backgrounds, from different states. People that are creative. Uh, the piece of it, bro. Like I can go anywhere in Colorado. I don't have to worry about what hat I'm wearing, what color I'm wearing. It's like crazy being from a place in LA, and there's some places in LA I've never gone, and I'll never go because there's certain politics or certain stuff that goes on. So it's like that's one thing like I really feel blessed about is like I'm not really active in the gang politics. Like I'm a lot older, a lot more mature. I have a family and stuff, so it's like I don't have to deal with gang politics out here and like I have to do out there. So man, like it's like I said, it's a culture. And then I found my wife out here. I met T. She's from out here. She's from Colorado, and I've been with her 12 years. So I mean, shit. I feel a lot more successful out here than I am than what I did out there.
yeah, it's awesome, bro. Congratulations. And
God, thank you, bro.
you were together for that long.
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah. Shout out to Ti, man.
But yeah. So you got your hands dipped in almost everything. You wear multiple hats and you've put in your own artistry on the back burner so that you could help out others and stuff and manage others with New West management. And now you're doing the rebrand to make it more of a movement. But what did you feel like, or was there anything that kind of like made you, because a minute ago we were trying to do the interview and you kind of mentioned how you felt like you wanted to do other things instead of always rapping. Do you feel like Like there was anything that was a pro or con of managing artists and being a label runner and everything?
I think the problem is, as artists and creatives, we get caught up, I won't say trying to imitate like the mainstream, but closely to that. And I feel like when you throw titles, manager, producer, artist, photographer, promoter, marketing, you're limiting that person to a certain box. You're boxing them into that. So they're just doing photography and other stuff like that when they have other creative things that they can contribute. So I'm like, on some, just like, I don't know, bro. It's just something that came to me. It was just like restrictions, limits. Like, how can we stop limits? So I'm like, all right, no more fucking titles, no more manager, no more nothing. And the thing is like, with managing is hard because when your music career starts taking off, when your music starts finally getting noticed, and now your schedule is getting packed, it's also getting packed in with other artists you manage.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're talking like serious deals, serious people like going to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? And then a lot of things is like some of my artists are restricted where they can't go travel. So it becomes a question of what am I really managing? Because a lot of these artists has been with me for over 10 years. I've been with my girl for 10 years. I've known Lodi, or I've been with my girl for 12 years. I've known Lodi for 10 years, you know? So a lot of my like teammates already know the game. They already know what to watch out for. So like management wise, like if you see Lodi's post, Lodi got to where he wanted to at his career right now. And I just don't want no more limits, especially with bigger people coming to us. If one of us were to get signed or one of us was to go mainstream or whatever, I wouldn't want them to have to deal with management or have to talk to me, you know what I'm saying? I would want them to make that decision on their own without my influence. As same way with me, if I get deals or whatever deals come my way, I want to be able to not have limits. So if anything, if anybody copies anything that I've ever done, I would say drop the limits, drop the titles. You guys are all, no matter if you're a group or whatever, you guys are all creators. How can we all contribute without bumping into each other? And be more of a collective than more of like a fucking business, you know, like a fucking corporate 9 to 5 with titles and shit.
Yeah, I could see that. Instead of saying like specifically you're a videographer, this is what you do. They could know how to do videography, but they could also know how to help you record in the studio, or also help you be on stage as a hype man or whatever.
There's no limit. There's no limit to just being in the movement. And then there's so many of us, so it's like now I can call it a movement because there's so many of us that are working together. So yeah, you know, I thought it was time to make that decision, and then plus it really just makes us look better as well because it starts putting eyes on everyone now. So now you're not just looking at, oh, that's the photographer. No, it's like you're looking at every single person in the New West movement and what they're contributing from here
Yeah.
on out.
And you get to see everybody as one piece instead of all separate parts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So you've been managing Lodi for 10 years?
No, I've known Lodi for 10 years.
Or how
I
long?
met Lodi on going on tour to Texas. We did a Texas tour.
Yeah, I remember that when we talked about that story on his interview.
Yeah, yeah. So I met him doing that Texas tour, and then we were chopping it up, and then we went from making weird music, and then we kind of like all separated, did our own thing for a while, and then came back with New West.
Yeah. So since you have been managing artists, was it really just under New West management when you had started doing it?
When I was managing, yeah, it was New West management. When I during the weird music days, I was still learning because the thing that people like don't know is like I've spent like over a decade learning the industry, reading actual books, learning shit on YouTube, learning about syncing, publishing. So it's like, unfortunately, during the weird music days, it was what I was saying earlier, trial and error. So I was learning a lot of things, but I didn't know a lot of things. So when I went over to New West Management, I felt confident in the knowledge that I had at the time. to actually manage artists and plug them into better situations, which I feel like I've done. Like every one of my artists have done a headline show, or has done, like every one of my artists that I can think of has headlined, opened up for major artists, been on radio, has publishing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like every artist under New West Management, I feel, is successful, and then even the ones that are not part of New West Management. Austin Toker is no longer New West Management, but he has Toker Fest coming up, I think, on 420. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're all doing well. So I feel like, us coming together and me learning what I did and passing it on kind of, helped them in a way. By no means, like, I never claim that I'm the reason why they're known. It's their music. Their music is the reason why they're known. But having someone that understands the actual business, that's spent over a decade studying it for a fucking test, I think that definitely contributes. So I feel like I'm a contributor, but by no means do I take credit for anyone's career. Like not even my own. Like even mine, I've had help in different ways.
Yeah. That's awesome that you humble yourself and make it to where you know that you've had help along the way and stuff.
My thing is just look, if I fell out with you or I had some issue, it's because of the business. Because if I fuck with you, it was obviously because you're talented. So by no means, like just because you are no longer under my company, or we don't no longer rock or hang out or whatever, doesn't take away from your talent. Like nigga, you're still talented. It's just like on some business shit, like we're not clicking, or you outgrew. Like maybe you're a bigger artist than being under a collective. Like you do better solo. So it's like I'm always open minded to what the other artist is going through or what the other person is doing. You know what I'm saying? But ain't no Gucci man shit finna happen. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, man, I definitely shout out to all the artists, whether New West or not New West, anyone that I've ever rocked with. Like, yeah, niggas is still talented. Go bump their shit, stream it all day.
Oh yeah. What I was gonna ask was like if you lost anything creatively, like for yourself as an artist, by being the creative for other people, but I guess we could also, you'd probably say that that wouldn't be the case because you were technically like teaching and leading along the way with everybody to where you already were working towards it being more of a movement instead of you managing people and trying to be, oh, this is what you need to do, here's this, and like with an outline and stuff. What
Yeah, man.
do
So
you
like with
think
the
there was anything you lost creatively? Like when
nah,
you're,
so that was like the crazy part is that I have a home studio. This is my actual studio in my house. So me having my own studio, and then I think I was down for 3 months. I think I was down for either 2.5 or 3 months going through my surgery, going through healing and getting used to everything, not being able to talk, not being able to eat. But I got bored, man. I got bored like in the first like 2 weeks out of like 2 months. So I recorded my whole album being bored, because for that whole 2 months, like I wasn't, the crazy part is for that whole 2 months I wasn't able to really help anyone. I wasn't able to manage. So sadly, like my phone wasn't ringing. Like a lot of people didn't check on me, a lot of people didn't see if I was cool. You know what I'm saying? And I understand they have their own lives, but I had a lot of downtime where like my phone wasn't going crazy. I wasn't getting hella notifications. Nobody really wanted to work because I couldn't. Like I couldn't even barely talk or anything at that time. So I got bored, and against my wife's permission and the doctor's permission, I started recording on some Kanye shit. Like I was recording my whole album while my shit was still fucked up. I was bleeding, like fucking blood is coming down while I'm spitting verses and shit, and it was crazy. It was like a very humbling, painful, like I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like it was a painful album. So it's like when I listened to that album, I can reflect back to the pain that I went through, and what it took to get here today. So being creative is like, bro, I got ADHD. I can get creative off a fucking dresser, or anything like images. Like, bro, I rap
yeah,
about fucking anything. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
see what
that's
you
the kid in me. Like rapping is the kid in me. So that's just never gonna leave.
So let's go into like your surgery that was recent. What had happened? I don't think I had known or heard what had happened. You weren't
So
able to talk either? Was it something with the
no, so a long time ago, like I would say, like maybe 6, 7 years ago, I had a normal job. I was working over there off of like Sheridan area. And at the time, like I'm super broke, super poor. This is like the bottom of the bottom time. I'm working at this like shitty ass hotel. It's crazy because I used to work at a hotel at Albies for she. So I'm working at this hotel, and I think this is before Albies started working at the hotel. But I'm going I'm riding my bike, and in Sheridan, I don't know if you know, but they have these like long ass fucking hills that go like down and shit and up and down and shit or whatever. So
yeah.
I'm running in late, so I'm mobbing on the bike, and I hit one of these hills, and I can't stop. Like I'm going too fast to stop, but the light looks like it looks like I'm gonna catch it where like I'll be able to pass. So as I'm getting ready to like hit the past the light turns yellow, but somebody runs the light as the light changes. So I'm like barely passing the car, but the car nicks my back tire on my bike. So it does a tailspin and it fucking slams me right into the fucking curb, like curb stops me, my whole face. All I'm tasting is like teeth and shit and blood. I'm rocked. I probably have a concussion. So the lady that came, it was a hit and run. The person that hit me fucking dipped, and then the lady came and checked on me. But the crazy thing is, like, I wasn't too far from a hospital, so I ended up getting to the hospital. They pretty much told me that I was gonna need dental work. They couldn't do anything for it. So at the time, I was like on some scary shit. I didn't have insurance. I didn't want to do it. So I just pretty much put it on hold. And then I kind of like when I started getting better, getting the sync deals and doing better, I kind of started saving for it, getting ready for it. But I kind of waited too long because what happened is when I did my x-rays, because of the pressure that I had getting curb stomped, it pushed my back teeth back, like in here. So
Dang.
I was having like hella pain. So it was like I had teeth in here that I shouldn't have. So when I went in, like they were horrified. They're like, "Oh my god, like why did you wait so long? Like what the fuck?" So I had to do like the max surgery. I had to get all my shit pulled out, and then I had to get all my shit replaced. Like I felt like I forgot what the fuck that show is like, where they had to rebuild them, the fucking Bionic Man or whatever.
Is it think veneers, right?
Yeah. So they had to rebuild my whole shit. Like, but not even just like they had to restructure my gums and because my shit was so pushed back, and then like the teeth that were pushed back were like rotten because you can't fucking take care of them back there. So,
Yeah.
I just had to. I mainly did it for my kids, for my health, but also it's like I had some really big deals on the table and like some real millionaires that were inviting me in the rooms, and my shit was just too fucked up. So I had to just take it, bro. And then, yeah, I went in, bro. They gave me the hardest part, bro, was the mental from healing. And they gave me 10 shots in my mouth. I had to take ten shots to numb my whole mouth and my jaw and everything.
And everything.
So, yeah, bro, that was an experience. And I couldn't eat for a whole week. I couldn't talk for like almost 2 weeks, but I was forcing myself. I was doing exercises. I was recording like I wasn't supposed to. Shit fucking bleeding. But to me, bro, it's like live life like a movie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if someone makes a movie about me, you'll see after the surgery, can't talk, but I'm over there rapping, yeah, yeah, through the wire and shit, blood's coming down my mouth. It's fucking dedicated, bro. Just so, yeah, man. It's that process what was different, not just my image, but also, like 7 days was like fasting, bro. That's fasting and shit gets crazy, bro, when you can't eat solids for 7 days. You ever do that? You ever fast?
I've fasted, but the longest I fasted was 3 days.
Bro, I couldn't eat even if I wanted to. I couldn't eat no solids, bro. I was on a straight liquid diet, bro. I was going crazy as shit, bro. And then the fucked up thing is like, because I'm just watching TV, healing, trying to get better. Every fucking commercial was food, bro.
That's fucked.
I still get mad to this day, bro. Every commercial, like, bro, back to back, like grilled cheeseburgers, pizza, nigga. I'm like, oh my god, I fucking hate this shit.
That's fucked up. It's just hitting even harder. Yeah, that'd be a complete mental struggle right there.
Hmm.
Shit. But yeah, definitely like I could see how it can come down to your mentality and your mind state, especially when dealing with the injury and shit. That's crazy that you had something that like that happen too. How long was it before you went to actually get your surgery then? You said 10 years?
Oh yeah, it happened like 6 years ago. So we're talking about like yeah, like I would say like 7 years ago. 7 years ago it happened.
It's crazy.
I didn't take care of it. So kids, if you don't want to get 10 shots in your mouth, take care. Get your shit fixed right away. Don't wait. Do not wait.
Yeah. It's crazy that your kids would have ended up being the motivation. You said that's what it was for, right?
Yeah, mainly bro, it was health because it was just getting to the point where I was like having constant toothaches. Shit would turn into like damn near like poison, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll get infected and then it's like you're swallowing poison in your sleep and it's like a lot of people don't know like mouth shit is serious. Like you get the wrong infection in your mouth, you fucking you get a cyst, so it's like I don't know, I just wasn't like it's crazy because I wasn't feeling good, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't waking up feeling good, like healthy wise. I just something in me just was like I'm not feeling like the best, and I was like, I know it ain't my age, like, cause bro, I'd be seeing 60-year old people, 70-year-old people in the gym, outlifting all of us. So I'm like, I know it ain't an age thing. So I just was like, if I don't take care of my health and adjust everything that's wrong with me now, and I plan to go on tour. I plan to do movies. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to be healthy in order to do that, in order to travel and shit, and go back and forth from different states. So your your health is like everything, bro. Like you can't if your health ain't right, you can't do. You're only limited. It goes back to limits. So I want to see my daughters grow up. You know what I'm saying? I want to see them graduate and other stuff. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what kind of fear I have or what I'm scared of. Like in my mind, no matter what I'm scared of, my kids don't give a fuck because that would be lame if they're like, "Oh, well, why'd dad go?" Because he was scared to go to the dentist.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, health is my number one motivation. That's what keeps me going. It keeps me feeling good. I box and shit too, so I'm always active.
Yeah. How have you felt now that you've been like in recovery and healing and stuff?
Like a younger version of myself, like a newer version of myself. I feel I don't feel no limits to what I can do, to what me and my team could achieve. I feel amazing. Like my diet's pretty cool. I fucking eat a lot though. I wouldn't even lie. I'm not even cow. When they took my food away and I was able to eat, I've been eating a lot, but I felt good. I don't think I've felt this great in a long time. Plus, I'll be sober for 1 year. April 20th on 420. 420. I'll be a year sober off everything.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Just weed and caffeine.
Yes, you haven't drank alcohol or anything either?
Not for a whole year, nope. I don't plan on going back or ever doing that too because that was another one of the things that I had to kick for my health, and not even that, just business wise. Like you really got to be on point when you're dealing with contracts and you're dealing with people that are like obviously trying to take advantage of you, and you know what I'm saying. Like just it brings out the demon and it brings out another person, and you could really fuck your career up
Yeah.
over drinking. So it's like I don't got nothing wrong with nobody drinking or anything. Like I'm not like all anti-alcohol. Like for some people they can handle it, some people they can't handle it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just honestly one of those people that can't handle it. I can't just have a sip because then a sip would turn into another sip and the sip would turn into a shot and then the shot would turn into a bottle. I can't. So shit. I drink water, caffeine, soda. That's it, but no alcohol. Not even beer, not even wine. I don't even try to I don't try to talk myself down or none of that. Like I just gave it all up. Cold turkey.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's great to hear. It's good that you're looking at your health even further than just the surgery and recovery and stuff.
Yes, sir.
Let's go into the music a little bit now. Like you'd mentioned sync deals, you had mentioned opening up for bigger artists and just the opportunities you've gotten for your artists and yourself. Um what is some stuff that you've like learned doing sync deals and stuff?
One shit that pays you a hell of a lot more money than shows, and then if you have a home studio, it's really easy to do at home. Um, you know how important publishing is. It's nice to get a nice big contract, for doing your music and stuff. And then I'm still learning new music libraries, working with new music supervisors. And one thing I'm gonna give everyone free game is there's two big things happening. There's a movie festival coming this year, and then the real big one, a real big one. I can't think of the name right now, but that one's coming next year. The one where everybody comes out to, like everyone comes out. Is it Sundance? Yeah, I think it's Sundance.
Yeah,
Sundance is coming to Colorado next year, so like
that's great.
artists that are trying to get synced and that does have publishing, I think the best way, like for me, since I've been out of surgery, networking with people is just face to face, being able to like actually meet you, see you, kind of see your cadence instead of doing like emails and stuff. So a lot of these film festivals, I'm going to be going there, meeting with the music supervisors and talking to people, and then also trying to get myself into films and stuff like that. So this year, I think it's October. I don't know when it is, but look at the film festivals if you guys are interested. And then if you guys see me, you guys we could all hang out and go talk to music supervisors.
Uh,
That's a like, yeah. So music, man, that's a whole nother world that artists really, like sadly haven't tapped into yet.
yeah.
Because I think it's really a great market right now because a lot of this music is hard to. Well, so it's like it's kind of fucked up though because it's like these bigger companies don't really want to pay these super famous artists for their music because they know independent artist music makes just as much. So we get paid less because we're independent, but at the same time, it's still a bigger bag than what we're used to. If that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's a good time. It's definitely a good time to get into syncing.
Do you have any advice for artists or like even just ways to get in on it? Because you could, unless you actually like get into certain sync licensing companies, you have to mainly come from networking, I'd say. Do you have any?
Just study what it is, learn what sync licensing is. you know some of your favorite artists probably have sync license. Whatever artist you're listening to has probably been synced. If you ever heard them at a basketball game, if you ever heard them on a movie, and it's like you study long you study long enough, you're going to get comfortable with the information. So it's like there's different music libraries out there, but I can't suggest like a certain library because there's so many different music libraries that you could use. But make sure you have your publishing right. Make sure you understand contracts. Make sure you have your masters, because if you don't own your masters, then and the crazy thing is a lot of people don't own their masters because their engineer owns it,
Yeah,
because
whoever.
their engineers are not getting, they're just getting waves and MP3s, but they're not getting their entire session. Your entire session is your master. So sometimes if a movie needs to, one of the most famous ones, you remember when Key and Peele changed I Got Five on it and made it scary?
I don't think so. No,
Like I felt like it was like I got five on
they
it.
turned it into like a scary series or a scary
It was
song.
like, no, they remade I Got Five on it into like a scary song for one of Key and Peele's movies.
Hmm.
So like you have to own your masters because sometimes they need to go in there and change stuff, slow stuff down or take stuff out. So if you don't own your masters, and that's like, do you own your sessions to your studio? Like if you go to another studio and you don't have access to the entire session, that means your engineer owns your masters for the time being.
Yeah, yeah. whoever owns the or whoever pays for the studio session is who owns the masters. But if your engineer is the one that recorded your whole quote unquote composition and everything, and you never actually ask them for it, which you could do if you do your due diligence, you should keep a USB or hard drive on you, like a terabyte hard drive, and you could ask your engineer that, get your studio files and shit, which
Yeah,
you
they're gonna give it to you, like no matter what. Like that's the thing too, is like engineers are by no means, like a lot of different engineers are not trying to, you know,
gatekeep shit.
scam or trying to own your masters. But it's like if you don't, it's one of those things, like if you don't ask for it, and it's like, because in those whatever time that you have booked, that's your time to do whatever with. So you can make radio edits, you can make you know, DJ packs, you can make whatever in those hours. But if you don't ask for it, they're not gonna give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real. There's a lot of artists that like I'm gonna say this. There's artists that really do this, and the artists that really do this do the lifestyle, take the risk, travel, do the shit full time. There's artists that pretend that they're artists, and those are the artists that don't take the risk. Like they don't take the opportunities. They don't do the publishing. They don't really do the business side. And then you have artists that want to be artists, but they don't have the resources and they don't have the doors unlocked. Those are only three. You have artists that are really artists, artists that pretend, and artists that want to be artists. So imagine an engineer dealing with all those different people. So you're only gonna get what you ask for.
Yeah. That's what I was saying too. Is like you can't, as an engineer, I engineer people. I know I can't just give an artist their session if they don't have a USB or a hard drive on
Right.
them.
Right.
And
I mean, because that's something you can't email. You have to have it on a USB.
you can
You're
email
supposed
it,
to.
but it's fucking yeah. You need it. You need the actual files because shit
Plus,
could
it would be.
transfer. Plus the files are usually too big to
I
just.
think it'd be. I think it'd be dumb to email your masters around and having that in the public.
No, it's what I was just saying. That shit could get
Yeah.
like you have a Google Drive folder, and then somebody can get on that Google Drive folder, and
Yeah.
then
Get a USB or get a little one of them drives.
yeah, because the master composition isn't just the final version of the song. It is the final version of the song, but you need the underlying composition to be
Yeah,
able
because
to.
that's another thing, and I've seen it happen is like a music supervisor is on a time limit. So they're gonna message you, they're gonna ask you like, hey, do you want to do this deal? They're gonna send you a contract. You have a certain amount of time, like 48 hours or whatever, to read it, go through it with your lawyer. Then once you go through that, then they're gonna ask you for the master. Now for most artists, this is where they get fucked. They're like, oh shit, I need the master, like I need my session. Yes, you need your session. So now you got to call your engineer. But guess what? It's 9 o'clock. They're fucking chilling with their family. They're not finna take that call right now. Like it's important for you, but your engineer has a whole different life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now you got to blow your engineer up, blow your engineer up. By the time that your engineer finally gets a chance to sit down and get you that master that you should have asked for, they're gonna pass you by. They're gonna go with someone else. They're gonna be in someone else's inbox, and they're like, "Yeah, here's my master. I signed the contract with you. Okay, well now that deal goes to the one that was ready. That's the music. That's music supervising. That's that's how it works. You gotta be on point.
So what tracks do you have out as sync deals, and then let's talk like your latest releases too, like Supernova and Trapping in Atlanta.
So my last actual sync song was "Fold 'Em Up." Was it no? Was it "Shut 'Em Up, Shut 'Em Down"? And then Fold Them Up, I think. Fold Them Up was in a couple of games. I forgot what song. NASCAR was my first one. My wife would remember, man. That's crazy. That goes way back to my first sync deal. And then right now, because I had to go through a rebranding, all those were under Young Fate, my previous name. So I've been spending maybe a year and a half. So like the thing is like with me, I never rush into anything. I take my time to really build, to really, you know what I'm saying, to get right instead of jumping into that pool. So I took about a year and a half, got my health right, got sober, studied the games, rebuilt my music catalog, re-registered my publishing deal. Like I had to go get a publishing deal, you know what I'm saying? Like in a matter of a year. Because getting the right publishing deal is so hard if you don't know what you're doing. So it's like I'm still not fully educated on publishing, but I know it's fucking important. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I had to find the right company to put and then rebuild my catalog. So all five songs I believe I am going to try to sync. Supernova is gonna, like I was saying, that's like all space movies or anything with space, you know what I'm saying? Wonder Why is any type of shit, like Wonder Why is like, because I knew I was gonna take off. You know what I'm saying? So the first song I did was Wonder Why, because the public didn't know who I was talking to in my phone. The public didn't know what kind of deals I was making, like with Atlanta and California. You know what I'm saying? Like the public doesn't know my life. So I already knew I was about to take off. I already knew my shit was about to start getting lit. So I may wonder why, because even though like I do have a good following in Colorado, it's like there's still a lot of like politics and hating, and it's still a lot of bullshit. So it's like a lot of those people that I came up with, I just wonder like why they don't support, why they're not in my stories, why they're not, what do you call it? Like why they're not helping me. You see, like I had, even when I had a little buzz, why are you guys not helping me? Why am I not seeing love? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I did wonder why. So that's like, wonder why there's no love. It's pretty much me like, all right, I know I'm about to pop, but at the same time, I still had to let Colorado know, like, you guys Colorado didn't fully embrace me, but just because like the majority didn't embrace me, I still celebrate the ones like yourself and other homies and other stuff, because it's like, like all you guys are fucking talented, bro. Like it's super dope to like rock with you, like your visuals, bro. Your fucking just the way your mind works, bro. Is super fucking dope. So it's like other people that don't fuck with me, bro, I kind of see their lifestyle and it's pretty boring. They go to work, they come home, they eat dinner, they talk shit online, they go to sleep, they wake up, they go to work, they talk more shit online. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people are not really, it's the quality of your life. So I did wonder why. And then, because I'm like writing hooks, but I'm also like I write everything I'm doing, but like I'm learning how to change pitches and my vocals and everything else. So it's everything still me writing. So then people are like, "Oh, you're using AI and all that shit." So then I dropped Red Cha Cha. Red Cha Cha, I just produced, no AI, just me, just fucking just rapping over it. So then I shut shit down. And then I dropped Minding My Business, which is I think is gonna be syncable, which is like a really dope West Coast, just like smoking, minding my business. Like that song was just pretty much like, look, I'm about to do this, this and that, but I'm minding my business. I'm really not tripping on what nobody's doing. Like if they feel like I'm hating on them, I'm probably not. Because at the end of the day, what they shit don't make me poop, but I shit don't make them poop. But I always want them to have at least a good life, because like look, I wouldn't want to wish no fucking harm. Like what the fuck do I look like? I have a great life. I have a wife. I have a kid. I have the house. I have the studio. Like why would I take time out of my life to look down upon others or hate it? Like I want people to have a good life, but just like over there. If you get a house, if you buy a house over there, type shit. But bro, fucking, it's just been a blast, bro. I'm not even gonna kid, bro. It's just it's super dope that I did that song, Minding My Business. I think that's the one that kind of like started taking off. And then after Minding My Business, I did Culture Shock. Um, Culture Shock did really well commercially because that was when my mouth started freeing up. So I did Wonder Why. I think that one, my mouth was fucked up. Red Cha Cha was fucked up too, because that's why I named it Red Cha Cha. That was the one of the ones I was bleeding from my mouth. Minding My Business, I did while I was like almost done. Like every portion of every song that I released was like a portion into those months of healing. And I was dropping books too. I dropped the Artist Trap to help artists out, and then I dropped the police book, the Blood on Colfax. Bro, I was doing so much when I was supposed to be resting. Now, like now that I say it out loud, I can see why my wife was like, "You do too much," because I was doing so much, bro. And then I did Culture Shock, and that was like when my mouth started got fib, because that's you could tell that was like I couldn't eat what I want, couldn't afford the, you know what I'm saying? So I did Culture Shock, and then Supernova, and Supernova hit like over 1,000 views, and like over, I would say, over a day and a half, we hit over 1,000 views. So now people want me to do music videos and all that stuff. So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna wrap up the media run here. This is like the best place to wrap it up, to let everybody know like what's gonna happen, what's going on, because this is gonna be the last podcast that I do for a while, because I just want to get back to work.
Oh yeah, I appreciate the love, bro, and I appreciate me being the last stop and helping
We
you
vibe, we
share your
vibe,
music.
bro. We've always vibed.
Yeah, we definitely have for sure. And that shit's dope, bro. Yeah, I would definitely. All your music is fucking sick, bro, and it's only gotten better. And like
And
within.
then yeah, and then I'm dropping. I sent you that other song too. That I'm dropping, "Trapping in Atlanta." I'm actually trying to drop that either while I'm in the air or before I take off.
Yeah, before you go to KOD.
Yeah, so by the time I hit Atlanta, that song should be out.
Yeah. Have you been to Atlanta before? You have, right? No? No?
So this is my first invitation to come out. Nikki Joe sent me an invitation to come out. It was super Southern hospitality. They said, they got me in. They're gonna help introduce me to certain people. I'm already like, the crazy part is like I'm already talking to some of these people online, that Nikki Joe has sent me, like the Car Club. She runs a thing called Baddies Casting, so a lot of her people has been following me, supporting, liking my stuff. So shout out to them, man. It's been nothing but hospitality, and I believe they just saw that I was active in what I was doing, and I think even with the what was that, the Denver Fools interview, when that went viral, and she just invited me out, and I was like, bet, like, and there's you're not gonna get that kind. And the crazy thing is, I didn't even know. I just thought it was like a little spot in Atlanta. Like, I really wasn't educated on what it was until my girl told me the next morning. She was like, "You know where you're going, right?" I'm like, "Nah." She thought I was playing dumb and shit for real, but I didn't know. And then I found out like that shit's like a whole big deal, where like athletes, artists, big names go there. So I got like 500 cards ready to go. Um, and I'm gonna go there with my mouthpiece, talk, try to network, and see what I can make happen. And then eventually, I want to try to get that venue, and then throw a show of our own, and then bring Colorado out there to do a show. That's kind of like the goal right now, is to try to get the venue to do my own show, or do a collaborative show, and then bring some of my favorite Colorado artists out.
Yeah, that'd be sick, bro. So, is it kind of like a bigger club like how Drea's is in Las Vegas?
It's the most famous club in Atlanta as far as strip club.
That's dope. Yeah,
It's
so it's
been
kind
mentioned. It's been
of
mentioned by a lot of different artists, and a lot of different people go. And we're supposed to. I've already been told a bunch of bigger names are supposed to go. I can't say technically yet, because if they don't show up, then I'll look stupid.
yeah,
But if they do,
we
what I'm saying.
already
I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna show up at more, because Nikki Jones has definitely had a lot of successful shows. Her birthday bash, she shut down all Atlanta. Freeway was crazy. Everything else. So Nikki Jones is definitely a bigger player. Like I said, the owner of the club, Akinelli, he's the one who did "Put It in Your Mouth." So, and then she owns like the whole Baddies casting, which is really a big deal out there. And then SRT Polo, you guys can go see on my page. I be sharing the stories like every day, every other day. You guys can check my stories, and you guys can see, footage from that. And then, from here, we're just getting ready for Atlanta. Gonna be working here in the studio, and shit, whatever else hits my desk. But we charging this year. We're taxing for a lot of different things. So, you know what I'm saying? Whatever keeps us busy, as long as the numbers make sense, is what I tell everyone. If the numbers make sense, I'm in there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So one of the main things that you focus on is like being DIY and learning, teaching, doing everything yourself, and that is a big part of everything here that anyone can thrive. So I like to ask everybody what would be a piece of advice that you would give yourself at a certain period of time, whether it be 5, 10 years ago or whatever, that you feel like would help propel you even further than you are right now.
Getting sober, sober, and education. We're at a world where like there's a lot of disinformation out there. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are talking about things that they're not well educated. Like for us, we take the time to sit down and understand what we're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But it versus people who just think that they know what they're doing. So it's like education and sobriety. I mean, if being sober is not for you, it's not for you. But that would be my advice, man. It would be to myself would to get sober. But at the same time, it's like I feel like I'm at the right place at the right time. I don't think younger me could handle some of the opportunities that I have now. I don't think younger me would be professional enough to be in some of the rooms that I'm in now. I don't think younger me would be strong enough to be in some rooms and just fucking just be focused on business and shit. So I feel like I'm at the right place at the right time, and I think I'm like actually ready to go above and beyond.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's awesome, bro. Some good advice. So like you were saying, the public just knows the version of you for what they see, but what part of Brandon would you like the people to know? Just so they have this, and then just see everything else you got going on the rest of the year.
I like I said too, like in in Denver pools, man. Like I have a pop kind of like personality. Like I don't mind networking. I don't have no ego. No, I'm just like the next person trying to survive this crazy world. I'm trying to get by. I'm trying to find my way too. So it's like, don't ever, if you want to network or whatever, I'm easy to find. I'm the only Call Me Who Else. You can find me there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could talk business, we could talk music, we could talk video games. You see, I got comics and shit up here. I'm taking my daughter to her first movie coming up, taking her to go see Super Mario, taking her there. You know what I'm saying? It's like don't let the fucking tattoos or the rumors or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you can let the rumors because it does help sell. But at the end of the day, man, I'm just a person like everyone else. So I'm really easy to access. I'm really easy to talk to. I'm always open for business adventures. I'm always open to listen. Like I don't give a fuck if you just need someone to vent to. You know what I'm saying? Just shit, send it through. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I'm really just trying to gain everybody's support this year that I can, because I feel like I'm really at some good places and opportunities, and I feel like once I get that support with these opportunities, oh man, it's up from here. And it's not just up, not just for me, but it's like I'm one of those that like I'm looking up for other people too. So it's like there's certain artists, like I said, if I get Atlanta, y'all coming out there with me too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the more support I get, the more love I get. I feel like we could really do this. We could really make change and make history, and also introduce the world to some really dope talent outside the box.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Going
sir.
national, definitely. So what's let's end it with like what's the meaning behind Call Me Who Else? What made you come with the name change and wanna do the rebrand and everything?
So I used to go by Young Fate, Fait. A lot of people had a hard time saying that, so I was already having problems. Plus, it just didn't feel like me as the person that I was growing into. Like Young Fate was been around since I was like I got that shit tatted like at like 17, 18 type shit. So it's like that shit's been around for so long, and I just didn't feel like it was me. It wasn't becoming me. So. Uh, and then I got into the deal. I signed with Orchard and Sony. So when I signed with Orchard and Sony, I signed like a piece of my name away. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of signed that away. And then they were trying to lock me in, like shelf me and lock me up where I couldn't make music and shit. Like I couldn't use the name. And then another person out here in Colorado tried to steal weird music. And it was like, I was just dealing with like some unbelievable shit that you wouldn't even believe. And I was just a small artist. Like I wasn't nowhere near like where I am today. And people were already still attacking me and going after my name and other shit. So my mom passed, and this is the time that I was on my second or third tour. My mom went on tour with me. Dead ass, my mom went on tour with me, and there was this drunk guy, because I used to go by Young Fate, and then I used to go by YF, who else? But when I tried to go by YF, YG was big at that time. So it was like YF, YG. So I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I didn't feel that shit either. So one day, we're performing in Iowa, and this guy's super drunk, super fucked up. But we perform. He's going ham. He's super supportive, and I'm like, "Thank you guys. My name is YF. Who else?" Or no, I was like, "Thank you guys. My name is Young Fate," or I was like, "My name is YF." One of the two. I was like, "Young Fate or YF." So when we got off stage, this guy. Yeah, it was Young Fate. Okay, yeah. So I was like, "Thank you guys. My name is Young Fate. Have a great night." So a guy comes up to us and he's like, what's your name? Like it was, he was like, it was like Iowa, so it was like a super like kind of cowboy. He was like, what's your name? What's your? I'm like Young Faith. He's like Young Face, Young Faith. Like he kept saying, I don't know if he was like intentionally fucking with me because I was drinking too. This fucking other white dude comes up and then like moves him out the way. He said his name is YF. Who else? Who the fuck else? Like he kept saying like who else? Who the fuck else? So it's like YF. Who the fuck else? And that just kind of like stuck with me. So then I went from the Young Fate to YF. Who else? So as I was YF. Who else? This was the day before like NBA YoungBoy and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like before the things my shit didn't catch. So YF, who else didn't catch? So then after that, bro, like I was just going through so many fucking name changes that I was just like, I'm just gonna keep who else because like I'm already kind of known. So it kind of makes sense. Plus, like I change my voices in music and do different pitches, so I'm like that makes sense for who else. But the problem was with who else is it's a common phrase, so I can't really make a bag off a common phrase. It's already like tagged up. The phrase "who else" is already owned. Like I don't know, like by the government or some bigger shit. So I couldn't use "who else." So I just went like "call me who else," and just fucking landed it on there. And I'm the only one that has "call me who else." So I'm like, fuck it. If if it's what brings me a bigger check, it's easy to market. It's fun to use. I really don't care when people use my regular name because I write books too. So I'm like, all right. So we got the publishing for Call Me Who Else. We got the trademark. We got the license. We got every single thing for Call Me Who Else locked up. So it's been up since then.
But yeah, that's dope too. The bars too. Yeah, let you go by your name, but then like call me who else? That shit is tight.
Yes, sir.
Together it rhymes. Uh, rest in peace to your moms too, bro.
Yeah, shout out to moms. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's still watching. She's still there. You know, I still feel her with me every day.
yeah. How has that changed things for you? Like, has that motivated you a lot more?
Yeah, I mean, I think it brought reality to my door. You know what I'm saying? I didn't accomplish a lot of the things until after she passed. So it's like that kind of sticks with me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like I still hear her in my head. I still hear her telling me not to do shit or to do shit. So it's like I still feel her presence. And then I'm a Connor, so like I'm like Irish, believe it or not. Like I have Irish blood because of my mom's side. So it's like it's the fighting pride, you know, keep her name alive, keep making her proud, keep making, you know, her grandkids, taking care of her grandkids, ultimately giving them a better life than I had. And so far I've been successful in doing that. That's like my biggest flex is like my kids have a way better childhood than I ever did.
Yeah. Well, I definitely how about we let people know where they could find you and where they could support you at and what they could have expecting from you the rest of the year, show wise?
Oh man,
You want to
you
pop
could
out?
you could find me at anywhere. Just Google "Call Me Who Else," or you could find me as Don Connor for my books on Amazon. You can catch one of the green cards if you see one of these in the city. It's my calling card.
It's
Who
tough.
else? If you get one of these or see one of these in the city, pick them up. This has my link tree with my books, music videos, playlisting, because I also am a curator for playlisting lists. Like he said, I do so much. You know what I'm saying? So that card, pretty much this card sums it all up in the one link, and this card allows me to have normal conversations where I don't have to tell people everything that I do because like I do so much. So like when people ask me what do I do, I hand them one of these because it's gonna like when you ask me that question like so what all do you got going on? I'm like how much time do we have?
Yeah.
But yeah, so you know what I'm saying? They can find me at callmewhoelse.com, YouTube, Instagram. I don't use Facebook, so if there's any Facebook pages out there, except for the New West management, I probably don't run it. Instagram is the best way, and YouTube, call me who else, and then the gang, New West movement. You can find them as well. Lodi Trail, shout out to Lodi Trail, Lorette Compton, Tiame, uh, the Vangster. Who else we got over here? Chin, man. Shout out to the whole New West movement, PMW Productions. Shout out to my boy. He's not New West, but I'm gonna give him a shout out because he's doing dope work. Psych Def. Check out him. He is an upcoming artist as well that I'm working with. Man, he's making some crazy visuals. They got a super dope music video about to drop. So, man, just been blessing, bro. Shout out to you too, bro, because thank you for giving me the platform to end. This is what a way to um, end everything that we're doing better than on your platform, bro. I'm very happy that I was able to end this media run, and then man, what else? And then, bro, I'm an actions person. I'm all about action. So, what you guys are finna see, you're gonna have to see on my pages or on the New West pages because I'm all about action. So you're gonna see it before I tell you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, yeah, there it is, everybody. Um, Artist, producer, engineer, host, everything. We got so many titles we could throw out there, but to sum it up, creative director and visionary. Call me who else? Brandon Connor. Y'all just stay tuned, and I appreciate having you on the platform. Anyone can thrive as well, bro. It was awesome to be able to let you have your a platform to spread your voice and your word and
Thank you, bro. You already know I'm gonna light this up with promotion. We're gonna be sharing it everywhere. Y'all gonna see this everywhere.
hell yeah, hell yeah. Well, I appreciate you, bro. Just
Yes,
glad to
sir.
have you on the show and enter each other's studios through this remote interview. And yeah, this was before the radio show. Appreciate y'all. We out.